Hi, YouTube. Hey, welcome back. It's episode 2. It feels like we hardly left each other. In case you guys are wondering, hey, chat voted on Heavenly Delusion episode number 2, beating out Steins Gate and Bunny Girl Senpai. Chat really wanted to go ahead and see what episode 2 is about and go ahead and experience that. And I do as well. So, we're just going to jump into it. In case you guys don't know me, hi, my name is Ed. I'm a psychologist into psychoanalyze anime, video games, and everything in between. And through that, I guess a big aspect that comes through is what do you guys think of episode 1? How was that for you? I hope you guys come and join us when we do these live. If you guys want to stay up to date, join us on the Discord. That's when, anytime I go live, it notifies everyone there. So it is like if you guys want to stay through and literally vote for Heavenly Delusion for us to finish this series, join us on the Discord, join us here on Twitch, on YouTube, so on and so forth. It's just amazing, guys. All of these videos are unmonetized, and if you guys want to help out, especially because I'm fixing up my PC, I do have a Ko-Fi link available as soon as that PC does come through. With that being said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and jump into it, yeah? Whoa. Let's back it up. What an amazing opening visual. What an amazing opening visual that we hear here. Two birds, right, flocking around one another. And what is the animal that like we're like are seen as like, man eaters or whatnot? Well, the giant fucking bird, right? Going through this though, I guess also it looking like doves, white birds, stuff, people of peace or whatnot is insane, right? The whole symbolism through this is, and yet it has semblances as to what life is, like something moving through it, spider webs all over the place, like nature has taken over again, right? And the beauty and danger that is nature, and that we often forget. We've learned to tame our immediate environment, but we have not tamed nature. And I think that is one of the biggest things to go ahead and throw out there, right? Is we as individuals, as scientists, as what, see you later, Dagger, as whatnot, have sounds good. No worries, man. Appreciate you. Have learned to go ahead and appreciate the nature and the environment around us, but we have not become masters of it. And this is a big set, like, and this is what I loved about it is like the background is in focus first before the kid, right? And the kid that like is not actually a kid, just a cutout of a kid as to what we perceive a kid to be is like the only thing kind of alive in these shots. Is this setting the setting is larger than the actors? Yeah, yeah. When we focus on in, because like the setting might be really really large, and when we start focusing in on the actors at play, we start noticing different storylines and different everything coming in at play. This is fascinating. It's a fascinating way of opening up a show because it's like kids then more birds. Like just came out of that shot. Like what? The fact that they reference this as a game makes me wonder what makes humans humans? What makes humanity thrive in this environment? Like the road signs, yeah, the road signs and how they're all like twisted and twirling, and how sometimes in life that's how it is, right? Where all of a sudden it's not that's just a game theory. No, where all of a sudden we think we might be heading the right way around and we're not, and we're just getting mixed in. Life doesn't tell us exactly where to go, and we're fucking confused. And sometimes it's as though like our head screwed on backwards and we're walking through something, we should be doing something else. Life can be a big, huge, confusing mess. And through this, though, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the visuals that they're also setting up with the whole game dying, start, so on and so forth. And it makes me wonder, like, for them, for the outside, being in the outside, do people see it as like absolute horror, or is this just another phase to get through? Is this just clearing it before the final boss? Infinite versus, yeah. If you notice, all the zoom-ins have been on him and not so much on her, I guess, or him, since that's how he labeled himself in the previous episode. So all the zoom-ins have been on I forgot his name. What is his name? Guys, what is his name? Ladies and gentlemen. Maru, yeah. Maru. Yeah, for Maru specifically, like, because I want to use their names. That's what I was asking. For Maru specifically, it's interesting how all the shots point to him. Like, all the shots, the zoom ins and whatnot, keep emphasizing him, either as a role or an intelligence or something that's like thriving and or expanding, as opposed to them. His name is Bob. Yes, and as opposed to Kiroko, you know. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Have you guys ever been that frustrated before? Where you guys just had to run it off? Where you guys just had to book it and try and get your emotions out and yell and do certain things? I wonder if for Kiroko, they feel like they're trapped in this environment, in this world, in being their bodyguard and doing certain things. Like, you're in a post-apocalyptic world where there is freedom. The biggest jail cell that you can have is your mind. Your mind can be one of the biggest, like, cells that you can trap yourself in. And a lot of people quite literally will try and downplay it. A lot of people will try and say, oh, like, it's only the physical ailments or remote, like, or other ailments. But it's like, no, like, emotional and mental distress is huge in an environment like this. This is why we bring up this conversation topics. The setting is beautiful, right? And how everything is going and sort of the wishes for the future is what I'm assuming that these people carry. Maybe a future for understanding themselves in the process as to what it may be. But this is a very just scenic and beautiful opening to come into it. Like, whoa, whoa.
ここより外はそりゃあるよ。先生たち専用のドアの向こうがどうなってるか僕らは知らないし、配膳が下げられていく先も通気口の中も、そういうスペースも考えようによっては外だ。
Wait. Food comes from what? Did I just read that right?
そういうスペースも考えようによっては外だ。耳姫はなんで外に行きたがってるんだろう。時代は耳姫が好きなの？
耳姫。
そりゃまあ。
I'm gonna back it up. What?
専用のドアの向こうがどうなってるか僕らは知らないし、配膳が下げられていく先も。
Or where our food come from, or what's inside the vents. Yeah, you guys are caged animals if we're being realistic. You guys are in a fabricated form of Eden or heaven.
通気口の中も、そういうスペースも考えようによっては外だ。耳姫はなんで外に行きたがってるんだろう。時代は耳姫が好きなの？そりゃまあ。そう。大丈夫？僕、そろそろ部屋に戻る。送る？いい。自動操縦で帰るから。 心配いらない。
Two confessions. For a place that is supposed to be heaven and controlled, I'm wondering, biologically based, we all have instincts, and sorry, my brain is like short-circuited for a second. We all have instincts to go ahead and do certain things. When we have such high standards in such a secure environment, do you think that they would allow something like this to go on? Kissing and whatnot, because that could lead to deviancy, because that leads to corruption and impurity, right? I'm not even like that's one of the main aspects that I'm touching on at the moment, because for me, seeing them kiss already is telling me that there is a corruption that is happening in this environment already, probably past the facilitator's eyes. So it makes me wonder, is there a core facilitator, a core teacher, a core whatever that is making this corruption happen in this environment, or is it artificially made? My brain is rushing to these two separate, like, and distinct answers because of this reason. A lot of people, especially in the past, especially in some cultures, view any form of sexuality as impure. Oh, you're having sexual thoughts, impure. Oh, you're doing this, impure. Why? Because you start making decisions based on these needs rather than the needs and wants that they want you to go ahead and establish. Seeing something like this just automatically pop up, while it is normal for our human development, in a setting where everything seems to be strictly under controlled and managed by a lot of the teachers, where it's like medicine, what you like, the test, and these all have superpowers and abilities and stuff like that. Like, mm, you're holding hands, very lewd. Time to break that apart. This is where it comes into me, is like, what is going on? Why is this happening? How like, what is ooh. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard of, I've heard of, sorry, this is how you know my brain is. You guys have heard of an experiment like this. If we were to take a child without any former knowledge, would they know what to do? Like a little baby, and you were to put him in an environment without interacting with the outside world, would he grow up the same as everybody else? Probably not, right? It'd probably be weird to figure out aspects of themselves as to what is okay, what is not okay. He'd probably have some social deficiencies, if we were to go into that train of thought. So my question is, where did these girls, was it just a biological basis to find out how to kiss? Or did someone introduce the concept of kissing to them? Most people would look at this and be like, oh, that was okay, whatever, and keep going. For me, this strikes up like, okay, where did you learn this? People often learn from culture, media, family, so on and so forth. So I wonder, is this what's being taught in this environment, or not at all? And if it's not at all, then there is some corruption that is fucking happening here that I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
クク、その絵コナにもらったんだ。いいでしょ。返せ。なんでだ、僕がもらったのに。コナの絵は僕がもらう約束してたんだ。ずるいぞ、時代ばっかり。僕もコナの絵が好きなんだもん。もらったっていいじゃないか。
Bruh.
それもそうだ。ごめん、クク。何この扱いは。なんでククにあげちゃったの。
He just picked her up and fucking threw her. Oh, dude, poor baby Behemoth. Oh. Just like, yeet. This is my seat. No.
約束してたじゃないか。
今度は時代のために書く。
本当？僕はコナが想像するものが好きなんだ。まったく 今日は泣き虫だな。ククに絵を取られたくらいで。
One new message. Oh, now, all right. Bro, she couldn't have taken this picture. Something is corrupting these kids. Ladies and gentlemen, something is coming in here and corrupting these kiddos. And it's the media. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go get my let me go get my the outside world is trying to corrupt your children's brains, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see here, obviously sending nudes to other children and other aspects in here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this for a second. I know. Chef Ed here, right? Chef Ed. They're putting something in the chemical that make the water. They're putting some chemicals in the water that turn. But let's talk about this for a second. Why am I saying that there's corruption happening? Why are they receiving this? She clearly did not take this photo. Who did this? For me, this is stating out to be, and I do wonder about this, is there more artificial intelligence at play here? Is there an aspect where, say, artificial intelligence void or hole or whatever, like a center or whatnot, where or maybe this is part of the experiment where they're introducing variables of impurity into this, or is there a big central hub of aspects coming in through this? Because this is like, unless this is the experiment, then someone is fucking with this, right? And why do I say experiment? I mean experiment because since the very beginning, the way that everyone's been treated and the way that everyone's sort of taken care of is very, very different. I wonder, is it a hacker, probably a person in the facility, or an AI going haywire, or anything like that? Because through many like simulations, even in like fiction stories, you always hear, who is the greatest threat to humanity? Who is the greatest threat to humanity? Humanity itself, usually. So, when it comes to an aspect like this, if you were to tell, how do you make humans perfect, in a sterile environment, what would you do? You would make them impure so that way there is no perfection. Because at the end of the day, they are some of the biggest threats towards humanity in of itself. If you were to say, oh, but what if you kept the AI locked up? If you have anything electronic around, it would probably still like copy itself onto the electronic object, and the moment that you're out, it invades the outside world or whatever. This is terrifying. This is terrifying in many, many ways. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Because clearly, and again, the concept of sexuality is being brought up as a tool, as a weapon, as something to get, like, literally detour like these people's thoughts. So watching this go down, I'm like, okay, it came off. No more? I don't think anymore, right? I don't think anymore. Good. Till what time? Big Moon. What I find interesting is a lot of this is like a person, like, what is identity? What is a person? It's like four people melding into one brain, like into a body, I guess, in that, or many bodies. Like, these are just interesting. It's really abstract. Was that your dream? Were you Tokyo? Hold on. Or am I just fucking flipping out just because of the way that was framed? Are you Tokyo? Hold on. What? I mean, through a transhumanist perspective, maybe. Doesn't Maru look like Tokyo though? True. I don't know, man. I'm fucking confused. I am confused. Just the way that scene was played out made it seem as though like it was, you know, it was their dream in the way that they woke up. The hair got a different color though. No, I mean hair's a completely different color, right? And of course, as we saw, this is a female body. But if we look at the paintings here, oh, wrong one. Oops. If we look at these paintings here, not that one. If we look at these paintings here, what do we see? What do we see, guys? We see quite literally, we literally see like a mind collection of people. So can you share consciousness? Can you share consciousness? There's been a lot of thought experiments and actual experiments during the wars with aspects like this, where twins, especially with twins, were separated and were trying to go ahead and see if co-consciousness was available. Or aspects of remote viewing. And this isn't just psychological, but it was like people were trying to do anything to win the war. I'm not going to lie to you. People did some fucked up experiments to try and win the war. Whether it was like remote viewing, co-conscious behaviors, so on and so forth. And I'm looking at this, and this is an aspect that I'm wondering is, why did this person wake up? Like, might be wrong, might just be like them having a premonition, maybe a dream to come, but it's, yeah. My brain is fucking, is heavy here, man.
びしょびしょ。
Hey, yo.
起きろマル、人食いヒルコだ。ダメだ、閉められてる。風呂から出るぞ。しゃっきりしろ。睡眠薬か何か盛られた。僕らは眠らされてたんだ。
Oh yeah. She was out bird hunting. It's bird hunting season.
あんたたち危ないから中にいなさい。
だから僕たちそいつ殺せますから。
キル光線はい
つでも撃てる。
Oh fuck, they're quick. Oh fuck, they're quick.
What? 大丈夫、転んだだけ。
Bruh.
なんだ今の。
Are these the kids? Are these the kids? Hold on. Wait a minute. Un segundo, por favor. The fucking design of this animal is the same thing as the fucking fish with the arms. The design of this animal is the same fucking design with the fish with the arms. With the like the weird arms that are coming off of the fucking fish and shit, dude. With the wings. Oh, what is going on? Wait a fucking minute. That's a similar fucking concept, bro. Unless there's some genetic mutation or some shit happening. Unless there's some fucking weird genetic mutation, you know, things where birds are getting fucking things, dude. Like, I don't know, brothers. I don't know, brothers. I'm looking at this and I'm like, birds are not fish. I know that. But what I'm talking about is the literal design of like the weird things that are coming off the sides of the things, like of its like body and whatnot, mimic very closely to the design of the other ones, right? I.e., if you even transfigure it and transmorph it just a little bit, you get an aspect like this. The weird starfish head that we're looking at in here, I am so curious as to what this is. I am, oh, oh man, what the fuck is this? I have two things: either genetic mutation gone extremely fucking wrong, or something to do with that fucking weird heaven place, whatever, or we'll take it even a step further, like this is more than likely a scientist gone fucking rogue in knowing exactly how to fuck with people, dude. Like, oh, it's a face set, I think.
マル、何か投げてみて。
オーケー。
超音波か。
いや、何かチラチラ見える。これ鳴き声じゃない。
Oh,
ムチみたいなものを振り回してる音だ。
oh.
お腹の腕から3本ムチが生えてる。
Just government drones.
俺は近づけない。
3本か。羽も止めたいし、弾足りるかな。
It's on fire.
33で6本だからね。
分かってるよ。
あれ？あいつ？
Bro, how is she so fucking calm? I'm hearing all of this shit and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. And she's walking out there with the fucking shoddy, bro. Just like, where is that? Where is that? I'll show him for fucking stepping on my property. Like, whoa, bro, she used to it. Dude, that's terrifying. Like,
片腕とついでに羽にも当ててきた。
天才。
こっちの射程の方が少し長い。
the lawless generation built differently.
もう一本の腕も潰す。そしたらマル君いけるでしょ。
うん。
よーし。
距離を誤ると腕がなくなるから気をつけて。
なるべく考えたくなかったのに。
Ooh. The fact that they're used to it, the fact that they know that they're working in pairs without even really like, you know, in the scene communicating and whatnot, like just being open to like the way that they're this for me already yells they've been working together for a long time or for a bit. They've been walking around bodyguard for a little bit and they know sort of what works best. That's pretty fucking awesome. The fact that he can see things that they can't, and they can go ahead and like understand how to take it down when like, you know, like he really can't. Like they're ooh, as a team, that's a pretty good fucking team. However, I am terrified as to how this came to be. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Right there. Don't shoot it.
どこだ。
おかみさん、逃げて、逃げなさい。もうやめて。
Bruh.
私の息子なの。
It's your son? I thought it was the kids. Holy shit. Well, it's your kid. Oh no. Oh no. How is that your son? What? What? I thought it was the kids from the other location. What the fuck is this, dude? And how they analyze the enemy. Right. Wow. I'm sorry, Mama. But that stopped being your son a little while ago.
子供、あれに食われたのか。
違う。ユウトはあの中に入って、あれがユウトになったんだ。
Oh?
そうか。人食いを守るために僕らは眠らされたんだ。僕は食われかけたことがあるからわかる。 あいつは獲物を粉々に分解して吸収する。食われた人間が主体になれるとは。
Wait, excuse me?
分解して吸収。そうか。人食いを守るために僕らは眠らされたんだ。僕は食われか。
I was almost eaten by one. But if it cuts up a prey and it... Wait.
ことがあるからわかる。あいつは獲物を粉々に分解して吸収する。食われた人間が主体になれるとは思えない。
でもあれはユートなの。守ってくれてる。私に乱暴しようとした奴らから助けてくれたこともあったの。
はあ、わかりました。
お姉ちゃん。
どっちにしても戦う手段がないし、危険がないなら殺す必要もないか。
ユート、この人たちも分かってくれたから、私は大丈夫だから。
意思疎通できてる。
ほらね。
I am so glad I waited for this scene to play out. I was about to talk about attachments and how sometimes we can attach to. Fucking shit. I was about to go on a whole fucking monologue about attachment and how sometimes we can go ahead and, go transcend physical barriers and all of this fucking bullshit just to be proven wrong instantly. I'm so glad I didn't. Oh my god, the unattachment in this case. It would have been glorious. Oh, I'm so glad. Like, oh. But also, like, why would you approach this thing, dude? Like, oh.
Son!
気づいたか。
え？
あの無知、一方向にしか触れないんだ。
The
つ
whip
ま
on
り
the...
一撃かわせば隙ができる。
あんた、人が目の前で殺されてんのに。
Yeah. It's fucking horrible, but...
生きていけないんだよ。
ごめん。あいつ殺してくる。
Bro, you good? Ooh, smart bird. What the fuck? Okay, so my dude has that special ability. My dude is fucking Senata in of himself, being able to reach in with that inner peace and take it out. But no, because what does that mean? That's that's do the reach around. But through that, like, can you ever truly be safe in an environment like this? Like, if you get cut up and eaten and literally like added onto this mount of consciousness, is that good? Is that healthy? Is that even sane? Is that all right? What does that do? And for me, I'm yelling, fuck! Fuck, dude. Like, my dude can literally go in and do this, like, as whatever his ability is. But it's oof. It's a trip and a half. It is a trip and a half. Yes, this is a more action-oriented. It's exploring the world a little bit more. But it is showing us the character dynamics and the relationship dynamics between one another. They try it her way, right? They try it their way. And then whenever it's not working, and they try it his way as well. And for me, that's wild. That is wild. It's awesome to see the fact that, like, you know what, she's crying, hey, or they're crying, I'm going to go ahead and step up. I have to do what I have to do. Seeing that step up, seeing the environment, like his own ability to go ahead and take charge and do what needs to be done, being able to read the opponent the way that they've read it, being able to go ahead and understand that. My thing is, This just means that these casualties, these things are out there in the world more consistently than we know it. Huge, huge shit, dude. Wild and ooh.
ヒルコはなんで昨日までおかみさんに手を出さなかったんだろ
本当に子供の人格が残っていたのかもしれないし、本能的に生かしておいたのかもしれない。
う。宿に餌が寄ってくるからか。
もしかしたらおかみさんが息子に客を食わせていたから。やめとこ。真相は闇の中でいい。ただでさえ大変な案件を抱えてんだ。天国を探すなんて。あ、電池持ってく？
あれはおかみさんにあげたものだろ。なんだよ。
Bruh, great soup she made.
お姉ちゃん、動いてる電車に乗ったことあるの？
大災害の時3歳だったからな。
Real question, would you guys take the batteries or not? I'll be honest, I would. At that point in time, you know, you drugged me and would you take that? Would you take the batteries or not? I probably would. They're a commodity. They're a rarity in this world. On the other hand, it's survival. Yeah, it's survival. And that's one of the big, not just the batteries. I mean, the gun and all of that. Like, I'd probably take that as well at that point.
ああ、乗ってたとしても覚えてないや。
あれ？お姉ちゃん20歳だったら当時は5歳じゃ。ちょっと、その水大丈夫なの？
口すすぐだけなら大丈夫だよ。変な味しないし。いい天気だね。
Bruh.
船出にはもってこいだ。よし、下行くぞ。
For some reason, I was really afraid that they were gonna start rappelling down it, and I was like, "Bruh, the amount of balls it would take to do that." Yeah, in the Zom 100 MC, he left money in an abandoned convenience shop. Did he? They take everything so easy. I don't even know why. Well, my thing is there any other immediate threats outside of these big animal, bird, people eating things? Is there? Because if there's not, then humanity might be another big threat, right? So if there are no other humans around, you'd probably just chill around and try and like be, in this state of like, just I guess vibing per se.
ああ、いかん。思ったより頼んないこれ。
U.S. Air Force.
羽のようにふわりと。
無理言うな。
なんとか浮かんでるぞ。盗賊どもの話が本当ならもう鼻の先だ。トマト天国。
今更なんだけど、サメとかワニとかいないだろうね。
知らん。
おい、俺が殺せるのはヒルコだけだからね。もしワニがわーっと来たらお姉ちゃんがなんとかしないと。
マルが全部食われるまでには何か考える。
Before you're getting enough.
ボディーガードだろ。っていうか、俺がワニならお姉ちゃんを先に食べるね。
Hey, yo.
全力で漕ぐんだ。向こう岸までは大した距離じゃない。
If I was a crocodile, I'd eat you first. Hey, yo. But also, really nice to see this character development, this bond. I love playing games like this, where, like, for example, a lot of people hated Death Stranding. I loved it. It was actually kind of awesome how that came out right before the pandemic. Kojima predicted it again. But just to have, like, the ability to just sit down and, like, travel and, like, listen to what's happening, the small talks, the conversations, what you make along the way, the literal, like, the good and the bad that comes from that journey, and so on and so forth. Some of the most impactful stories that you can tell, because oftentimes it's a big reflection of the journey of life or journey of loneliness that we often go through. Like, powerful shit, man. And this episode, while it did have a little bit more action orientation, it is still, like, encompassing those beautiful elements quite well.
肉食が来ないことを祈ってこぐんだ。ごめんごめん。
大丈夫、僕が取ってくる。先生たち用のドア。この向こうが外。ボールがそこに入ってしまって。
どうぞ取ってください。
If that door opens, brother. Nah, that's a movie.
お、あったあった。
Oh.
よし、くっつけ。
本当にやる気？危ないって。
これがさ、どれくらい力が出るのか実験するんだ。
壊したら絶対怒られるよ。
大丈夫だって。それでは大実験開始。お、お。
But if you fall, brother. If you fall, brother.
あんなところまで行っちゃった。
こりゃ上まで届きそうだな。うわ、お、ちょ。
Have a good night, Mickey. Appreciate you. I hope you have a great night. Fuck, dude. Gonna take the risk for science, dude. That's like a. But I mean, they are super genetic, but we don't know to what level. Immediately, look at this. Him blushing, her being like this, you know. What is his name? The one that Mimi Himi is hugging currently. Like, hold on. I know, no. Sounds... Shido. Look at his face, brother. He's already blood. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I'm looking at this. I'm like, look at these dynamics at play here already. Like, huh.
なんで白が血出てんの？
どうしたの？
まだ何か落ちてきそうな。
He might be thinking of the photo he received. Yeah, but it's also, you know, the person that you received the photo of is hugging you. Thoughts come rushing in, so on and so forth. There might be this attraction to them, and ooh,
ここが天
ooh.
国ならこれにてお役御免なんだけど。
Trespassers will be killed
問
mercilessly.
題は君自身が天国の場所もそこで何をするのかも知らないことだ。つまり君が納得しない限りガードの仕事が終わんないわけ。できる限りのことはしたいからさ、心当たりは隠さず話してよ。
何も隠してるつもりはないんだけど、これその筒の中に薬と注射器が入ってる。俺と同じ顔をしたやつがどこかにもう一人いる。
What?
そいつを見つけたらこの薬を打つように言われてた。だから天国には俺と同じ顔のやつがいるんだと思う。
There's a guy with the same face as me. If you find him, inject him with this drug. Would Ed want to go to heaven? I would, just to fucking destroy it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to go there just to fucking destroy it. Like, my main job, my main priority would be able to go and destroy this heaven and bring everything out from that heaven onto Earth. Like, fuck that shit, bro. He might be thinking of the photo. Yep.
打つとどうなる？
さあ、病気が治るとか？とにかく俺が行けばみんなが助かるかもしれないんだって。それ以外は特に知らされてないな。お姉ちゃんは何も聞いてないの？最後に三倉さんと一緒にいたのお姉ちゃんでしょ。
Bruh.
めくって。これで丸を守って。
God damn, what is all these blight
どこまで
marks?
連れて行けばいい？僕も 君を天国へ連れて行くとしか。
何してるのあんたたち。
こんちは。
盗賊の類ではなさそうだな。
この辺りの人？
いや、東京の方からずーっと歩いて。
それで偶然ここへ。
一応場所は教わってきました。天国みたいなとこだと。
じゃあ知ってて来たんだね。
移住希望ですか。
場合によってはこの子が。
それじゃあとにかく園長のところへ連れてってあげて。
These people are way too fucking chill, though. I love how chill they are. But I'd be fucking scoping them out. Drop everything that's in your bags. Let's make sure you're safe. Like, they're just like, you want to join us? Where was your like? Oh, dude, but so nice, dude. Some people are really like that, though.
入ってきな。
And humanity still survives. Wow.
大断層降りてきたんかね。
ああ、あのダーンってなった崖？
苦労しましたよ。イカダ的なやつを作って渡ってきました。
危ねえな。イリエワニとかうようよいたろ。
Oh shit.
いたんじゃん。ワニいたんじゃん。
噛まれなかったんだから考えるのはよそうよ。
この集落を仕切ってる草壁です。こっちは妻の桃子。
まあご覧になった通りの集まりでして、前の文明にすがりついて生きていくとか、できもしない復興を夢見るとか、そんなのが嫌になっちゃった人たちがね、自然の中で実ったものだけをいただくというシンプルな生き方をすることにしたんです。
最初は父たちと数人の畑作りだったんですが、いつの間にか大所帯になりました。は
あ、いいですね。
トマトの天国だって聞いたんですが。
Tomato heaven, let's go.
ああ、以前はトマトだらけだったんです。今は土地に適したものがいろいろ取れますよ。
いいところだね、トマト天国。
この規模の農場はすごい。
But the fact, and I think this is a good story about hope, which is like, if you're able to withhold hope and you're able to go out and form these connections and maintain these connections, you will be able to thrive. You will be able to go ahead and, you know, make the world what you decide to make out of it. Because at the end of the day, your experience on this earth, your journey in this life, post-apocalyptic, for some people it might be, especially the work environment, or not, is up to you. There are external circumstances. There are people and messages and things out there that sometimes get thrown our ways, you know, where we're not necessarily able to do so many things. But like oftentimes we have to deal with monsters in our life. And that choice is yours as to whether or not you decide to face it head on or try to run away from it. But know that that monster is still going to chase after you. How do you encompass your life? Why do we as humanity wait till the very last minute in order to start crossing things off of our bucket list instead of starting to go ahead and do things in the here and now? That's because sometimes we're so used to it. We're so used to the normality as to what life is that we forget, like, hey, we only have one shot at this, bro. We only have one opportunity at this. And what you make out of it, well, that's up to you. And that's up to whatever you wish to go ahead and do. Like, wow. But after you experienced the previous hospitality, would you trust this one? It would be hard. It would be really hard. But I think a big nature in that is just showing the differences in hospitality in humans, right? And how we connect. Like, that would be huge.
なんかいびつだな。ご飯まで出してもらってあれだけど。
うん、お姉ちゃんがそう思うなら。
自分の意見を持ちなさい。誰も丸の顔に反応しないってことはここにはいないんだろうな。そっくりなやつ。
そうか、そういう探し方もあるな。
おいおい、今までに見落としてるんじゃないだろうな。
お、その顔。あんた竹早桐子さんだよな。あ、電力車レースの。俺大ファンだったんだよ。ほら、今でもブロマイド持ってんだ。もう何年経つかな、急にいなくなって。5年？心配したよ。
5 years。
レース中に弟引き殺して気が触れたなんて噂もあったんだ。
おい！全然似てない。
Bro.
似てるかもしれないけど別人だって。いや
でも
人違いだっつってんだ。
失礼。
5 years ago?
待って。え？今何か。これだ。お姉ちゃん、見覚えない？
She's gone undercover.
あるようなないような。
わかった。ここだ。
人の下半身をまさぐるのではない。
違う。これだよ。
Oh shit.
この箱どこから来たの？
さあ、東京と船が行き来しててさ、野菜出荷したりいろいろあるから、使える箱ならいろんなところから行ったり来たりするんだよ。
船で東京とつながってんのか。すごいな。
このマークを追うと丸と何かつながってこないかな。少なくともこれの正体はわかるかもな。ちなみにお兄さん、天国という場所に心当たりは？
そりゃここ。
ここ以外で。
竹早桐子ちゃんがいた頃の浅草かな。
We are watching Heavenly Delusion. One of the key moments through this is like just the realizational moments that are popping off from this are so fucking quick, man. It's not just like, oh, here you go. Like there's a lot of like internal communicational standards that are coming through, that are happening, that are like instantly portraying itself. That for me, sometimes I'm like, whoa, okay, now it's tackling on this, now it's going on to this, which in some terms, specifically for this, is making me wonder, if you follow this though, are you going to be happy with the end results? Even if it gets you to where you need to go, would you be genuinely content if it ends up being like, you know, bringing in the death of someone that you cared about? Or would you have regretted taking this journey all along? This is something that I'm like, it's crossing through my mind. It's like, okay, going through aspects like this, if people recognize your face or people say that you look similar to something, and there's already other people that have said this, would this not raise a red flag? For me, it's already raising a red flag. Like, wait a minute.
ありがとう、お兄さん。握手握手。もう少し聞き込みしてダメだったら、船に乗せてもらって東京に戻ろう。思ってたより日本は広かった。このまま探してても永久に天国は見つからん。ここまで来てまた戻るのは尺だが、君の素性を探る方が天国への近道だ。あったあった。芋食べる？一本ぐらいバレないだろう。どうした？元気ない。酔った？
天国はもういいよ。見つかる気もしないし。俺、お姉ちゃんと畑で暮らしたい。
もうやだよ、あんな。昼は畑を耕して、夜は大麻吸って騒いで。
That point when you're in a relationship, bro. I know they're not in a relationship, but like that point when you're like, dude, I just want to go ahead and like, you know, why don't we just settle down somewhere? We'll do farm life. Like, oh, that is, oh, seems like heaven compared to everything else. Yeah, but I mean, realistically speaking, I guess for yourselves, have you found your heaven yet, or no? Have you found instances of peace within yourself, or no? Have you found of the ability to say that you're comfortable where you're at, or not? Like,
何が自然だよ。
wow.
の集まりじゃねえか。
そうじゃなくて、なんならお姉ちゃんの便利屋を手伝ってもいい。俺、お姉ちゃんが好きだ。
いや君こんな逃げ場のないところで告白するのはお互いのために良くないぞ。
真面目に言ってるんだ。真面目に答えろよ。
Oh.
うわー、一旦離れて。無理やりは。
My bro forcing a kiss, bruh. Your bodyguard over here trying to take care of you. You're trying to force a kiss. Brother. No.
ごめんなさい。
ありがとね。あのね、僕も真面目に話すから聞いて。突拍子もないこと言うけど、 真面目に言ってるんだからそこは分かってほしい。僕この体は女なんだけど、こっちのつまり脳みそが男なんだ。
Okay.
だから僕男なんだ。
は？
Psychologically speaking or literally speaking? Psychologically speaking or literally speaking? Because transhumanism, okay, so there's an aspect that I'm getting into right now that I've actually like wondered and thought about and whatnot, which is, in case you guys don't know, there are actually, like, there's been a lot of work, a lot of actual scientific studies and whatnot trying to be done in terms of, like, say that you have a perfectly healthy system, right? A perfectly healthy body, and you just want to go. Well, another individual might not have a good body. And I forgot what doctor it was. There was a lot of doctors, there was a lot of negative press about it, so on and so forth, where they tried implanting that person's head onto this new body without it being rejected, right? That was the end goal of like that thing. Unethical in many regards. Many countries banned it. I think only one country allowed it, and it was scheduled to be done or something like that. So if we're talking about this through a transhumanistic perspective, who the fuck did this? Is this Kiriko used the word nomiso, which means brain tissues. I mean brain. What it's similar aspect, but nonetheless, what I'm getting at is that's sort of the what transhumanism would look into. It would look into into aspects like that. Now, is it something that I particularly am an expert in? No, not at all. Have I seen stuff and have I seen some articles and stuff critiquing it? 1,000%. Yeah, like is it ethical? I don't think so. I think that can be a little rough, but that doesn't stop from these articles and stuff genuinely popping up. So going through something like that, is this why she's there after the doc? Is this why he's after the doctor? Is that doctor an individual that literally took in his his brain and put it in somebody else's body? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Because my brain is going into this, man. My brain is going a little bit hard. Hold on. Because this goes further than just that. Like, if we are literally touching on aspects like this, like, it's not just, oh, yeah, you know what? Like, hold on. Where's the DSM-5? Okay. You guys ready? I wonder if they're trying to go ahead and be the other gender. So, guys, I'm going to give you some questions. Just answer yes or no. No spoilers, okay? Is there an incongruence between their expressed gender and their primary characteristics? I.e., do they express that they are a male and therefore, and yet their secondary characteristics are that of a female? Are they trying to go ahead and get rid of these characteristics? Like, i.e., trying to prevent themselves from being anticipated by their physical and or sexual characteristics. Is there a strong desire to be of the other gender, or what they truly see themselves as versus what they are? Is there a strong desire to be that's the one I just asked, to be treated as the other gender? So for him to be treated as a guy. A strong conviction that one has typical feelings and reactions of the other gender, i.e., if someone misgenders you, you feel really, really bad. Okay. I feel like a majority of this might hit on some yeses. So, hold on. I'm pulling this up. Give me 1 second. I used to have the DSM-5 on my other PC, which I'm getting on Tuesday, but I don't have it on here. So I have to load it up from the internet to be able to go into it and be able to talk about it. But this honestly seems like it can be a criteria for many, like, many forms of either dysphoria, disorders, even the way that they look into themselves, right? I.e., if you truly identify as a gender, and you are that gender and you feel happy in that gender, that's amazing. But if you are another gender, you don't feel content in that gender, and you're like, you identify as another gender, and you're like, no, I'm a boy, I'm a boy, I'm a boy. We have to take a look into why that is, why this is happening. That they're expressing it here. They're a guy feels strongly trans. There's a difference between being trans and quite literally having an issue with, for example, with the criteria that is being set here. So let me search this up. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that I am giving you guys the right information on this. I know it's like in page something, but 451. Okay, listen to this, right? A marked incongruence between one experiences gender and assigned gender for at least 6 months of duration or longer, as manifested by one of at least 6 of the following criteria: a strong desire to be the other gender, or an insistence that one is the other gender, i.e., I am a he, not a she. In boys, assigned gender, a strong preference for cross dressing or simulating female attire. In girls, assigned gender, a strong preference for wearing only like typical masculine clothing, a strong resistance to wearing a typical feminine clothing. 3, a strong preference for cross-gender roles and making make-believe or fantasy play. 4, a strong preference in the toys, games, or activities are stereotypically used to engage in the other gender. 5, a strong preference for playmates or other. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. A strong preference for playmates of the other gender. This is for kids, by the way. 6, in boys, a strong rejection of typically masculine toys, so on and so forth. 7, a strong dislike of one's sexual anatomy. But now let's look at it in adults. A marked incongruence between one's experience and expressed genders, assigned gender, or so on and so forth. So what I'm getting at is this person's brain was more than likely, right, if we're in a transhumanistic world, if this is following a transhumanistic perspective, taken and then placed in another body. And if that is the case, what is their identity? And that's where this is coming from. This is where this conversation stems from. This is where this moment comes from. I think out of all the lines that she could tell Maru in this case, right? Anyway, number 2, a strong desire to be rid of one's primary and or secondary sex characteristics because of a marked incongruence in one's experience, such expressed gender, or in young adults to the development of anticipated secondary sex genders, i.e., stop showing that you are this specific gender. Having dysphoria. If a person meets the majority of these qualifications, right? And of course, there's a lot of like sexual development disorders and whatnot. Is it trans if it's forced? It's dysphoria. Like a transplant. Like if they meet certain number of these characteristics, right? You would automatically start looking at something like this, right? And this is one of the big moments in here, which we'll go ahead and look at, right? Under the new gender assignment, diagnostical features, it goes into all of this. Really, really amazing. Really, it also talks about prevalence and all of that. This is why we love the DSM-5. It is fantastic at looking at different aspects like this. And if you guys can tell, there is still stuff. This is the older DSM-5, not the DSM-5. I think it's like R or T, so it's a little bit different. But nonetheless, there's other specified gender dysphoria and unspecified gender dysphoria. If it's a choice that you did yourself, right? If this is a choice that you feel you are another gender and you go through the transitionary period, awesome. If this is forced on you and you still feel like your original gender, there is an incongruence that is happening between the body that you present, right, and what you feel you present. So seeing this come through, I'm like, this is really, really interesting thing to tackle altogether, because why did this happen? And how did this happen? By the way, there is nothing wrong with any of that. I'm a huge ally for the LGBTQ community, 110% through all of this. I am just bringing this up because this show is bringing up a really, really interesting element that I don't think a lot of anime or shows actually dive into. If actually a lot of shows stay away from this and they glorify aspects, like random aspects or hyper overgeneralized aspects within the community that often make you wonder, like, wait a minute, like, is this really true, or is this just like a hyperfixation of the media that is being present? Using a transhumanistic perspective, and if this is a transhumanistic perspective, this makes it a really, really interesting thing, which is, was he experimented on? Was he experimented on? If it is transhumanistic, if it's just he feels this way, then we can go ahead and say, okay, well then what can we get him to start identifying this way even more, right? But if this is transhumanistic in a way, this turns really fucked up, and now I'm kind of wondering, where the fuck did this happen? Whoa, fucking whoa, guys! What a way to end an episode. What a way to end the fucking episode, man. Like, holy bananas, holy shit, guys. All right. Before we continue, YouTube guys, if you guys like that, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, because this is fucking like a show and a half. This was a more action-oriented episode. This did have a little bit more to showcase the relationship in between and how feelings grow. Propinquity is a big enabler between people, and the more time that you spend with someone, the more that you're going to start to grow to like them, which is evident in the way that they start to treat one another, and evident in the way that they already know how to react to one another. But still, fucking beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful episode in how it's portraying itself. The world's dead, and they're like, ooh. Oh. See, bro, you can't fucking tell me, bro. You can't tell me that this is not like fucking freaky. Aww. What a good show. What a really, really fucking good show, dude. Did I think that this show, like, even for an episode 2, a more action-oriented episode, that it was gonna leave off with this much of a cliffhanger? No. Is it fucking good? Yes. This show is actually bringing up elements that I feel like, you know, as I mentioned, a lot of shows stray away from. So it actually bringing up these areas of discussion. Oh, beautiful. Fucking beautiful, man. Like, absolutely beautiful. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys like some of the discussion elements and what this show has to offer. So make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and come join us here on Twitch or on Discord.